What's the vibe? Because we know we play it. We say the vibe's about to be lit, but yours is already lit.
No, let me be very honest with you, dear
Yours
listener. I
is
mean,
lit.
you did actually, he just charged me up this morning.
Lord have mercy on me.
You're actually a good motivational speaker.
Are you
honestly. I'm not going to
serious?
lie.
Me?
You did just walk into the studios and like,
Moi?
Omoefe, you know what? It's Monday.
Don't.
And the fact that, we're actually co-hosting for the first time this
Yes!
year, 2025.
Okay, high five
Good to
now.
see you.
We're good to see you too,
Good morning,
Omo.
you
Good
did.
morning. Feels good to
Thank you so much for
That's
being
right.
a great co-host. Honestly.
Hey, don't start.
Thank you.
Don't do that. Don't do that now,
All
because
right.
you're just going to get me emotional.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. But yes, this is our reality, and we are passing this energy out there to you. This is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. Hey, were you somewhat intimidated last year by one or two persons post here and there, putting it out there on social media? Can I tell you something? Most of them is audio. All right, it's audio.
No,
all right?
really, some of those posts.
Some of them still is
Hold on,
audio.
hold
Most
on.
is audio. May
I
not really
wouldn't
be-
say most of them.
May not be exactly how they put
because
it.
the way these people actually highlighted,
Yeah.
events that actually shaped
Come
the
on,
year
babes,
for
now.
them.
Why are you saying these
It was so, and the economy actually dealt with so many of us.
Agreed.
Honestly,
Agreed.
and then if you really don't have very strong shock absorbers, you're going to like just enter your shell
I know
and
that.
stay there for a while.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie, I must confess, because I love to be very, very realistic, especially on here,
Sure.
that it actually got to me.
Right.
Especially for the fact that, you start the year. Anywho, this year I have no New Year resolutions, especially when
Are
it
you
comes to financial
serious?
target. Yes, I'm just going to take it one step at a
Okay,
time.
one step
so
at a time
last
it
year,
is.
I had quite an ambitious financial target. And,
know,
December
I know.
20.
I get it.
December, 2024. That it wasn't really giving
didn't-
what
it
I'd
wasn't-
actually anticipated.
It wasn't targeting.
Come on, it
I
got
get
to
that.
me.
It
And
got
I'm
it got to
like,
you.
oh, God.
You think you're alone on that
What's
in
all
that ship?
this?
No.
What's all this?
You and I share
Oh
the
my
same
God.
at this point. But then again, for those who've been able to highlight events that shaped the year 2024 and everything, might I also announce to you listening now, 2024 is gone. All
That's
right?
right.
This is 2025. 2025, another year for you to put it right. Begin to consciously allow every event that comes your way to shape you in the most positive way. I tell you the truth. That's the only way, you can also go through 2025 and be proud and glad and be able to say, you know what, between the first 3 months of the year, I was able to go through this and achieve that. Do you understand? Right, because I think it's a conscious effort now. And if you ask these people that went through it, being able to outline whatever it is for 2024,
Yeah.
they were conscious about it.
So are you saying I wasn't conscious about my financial goals last year?
I'm not saying that you were not conscious. I'm saying,
You know what it means for you to like, oh, okay, I have like, some hundreds of thousands of
Yeah,
naira in
somewhere.
my bank account, and you wake up one morning, you go to the market, and they tell you that, listen, you bought this for 50,000 naira last month,
That's
but now
right.
it's actually 70,000 naira.
At 70, you're being
but
fair.
it's actually an essential, so you need to get it.
You're even being fair, 70. I mean, 100 would have been the point, actually.
Anyway, like you said,
But
it's a new year.
it's a new year.
I mean, it's a new era.
That's right.
A clean slate. So
I
when
tell
you're
you.
actually starting afresh, I'm going to take it one step at a time.
One step at a
And if
time.
you must set goals for yourself, they should be very realistic goals, honestly, not too ambitious like
Not too
some
ambitious.
analysts have actually tagged the 2025 budget.
Right. Okay. Restoration. But anyways, though, this is how we give you the breakfast show. It is
right.
the Eagles Morning Risers breakfast show. I like to stress on the break fast because you're breaking it. All right, so make sure you break it with us right there. We give you information and we educate you as well as educate ourselves. And of course, give you that vibe on vibe that allows for you to have a radio experience that you can count on. We've got certain things that we believe that you ought to know this morning so that you are an informed listener and not a deformed listener. But have I greeted you in the way that I ought to? Well, I should say it already. E caro, otutuoma. Agife olodudu. Inakwana. In my dialect, it is a missiere. And Omoefe will put it out there now.
Well, because it's a new year, I like to add a little bit of spice.
Okay, let go.
Yes.
Spice.
So I'm going to be standing up. If you're not watching
this
us on
is serious.
Facebook and YouTube at this point in time,
Okay.
you're missing a lot. Thank
That's
you
right.
so much, Judy. I
So
think
we're standing
This is
now.
going to be the mantra for this year.
Mantra for
we
this
don't want
year.
to do the early morning greetings.
Okay.
You know, we have to stand
We
on
have
our
to stand
legs.
on our
Yeah.
feet
And
greet
in
you.
my dialect,
Okay.
the Isoko people will say,
Here he comes.
Ema You just have to move your body a
Okay.
little bit.
All right. That's it. That's
That's
it. Okay. So yes, we've greeted you in the way that we know how to. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Uduak Daniel.
And I am Omohefe Peace Osemere. Well, it feels really good to be in the studios this beautiful Monday morning.
That's right.
And more importantly is the fact that we get to co-host the show for the
Sure,
first time
sure.
this year.
This year, of
Somehow it
course.
feels like
That's
I
right.
just entered 2025.
I tell you. But how are you feeling, by the way?
Well, I'm okay.
Better
I'm okay.
now?
I'm knowing that you're here.
Okay.
I'm okay.
That's what she said.
And I tell you all, you guys, you have no idea who Yudi is.
Okay,
But
now we should get into
Yudi
it.
is an angel in human form.
Lord have mercy,
I
and I
can't
can
even
say the
stress
same
this
about you,
enough,
Omoife.
honestly.
But let's jump into it. Omoife has got information for you this morning. Let's jump into it already.
Well, the fact that the president has, he will be leaving Nigeria today,
That's
you know,
right.
for Accra, Ghana, but not to rest, like some of you would always lament, but to attend the inauguration of Ghana's president-elect, John Dramani Mahama.
That's right.
And the inauguration, scheduled for tomorrow, marks Mahama's return to power following his victory in the December 2024 elections.
All right, that's also not all. Tragedy struck in Agbo, headquarters of ICA, South local government area of Delta State on Sunday, that was yesterday, as a petrol tanker burst into flames, resulting in deaths. Now, the incident occurred close to a certain bank, branch along the ever-busy Old Lagos Asaba Road in Nigeria. Oh, really awful,
Very, very.
I tell you.
Now, the Nigeria Data Protection Commission, NDPC if you like, has announced plans to significantly ramp up enforcement and impose substantial fines on data controllers and processors that violate the Nigeria Data Protection Act, NDPA. Now, this was disclosed by the National Commissioner and CEO of the Commission, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, in a video outlining the Commission's 2025 agenda shared on its social media platforms at the weekend.
All right, there's another outlining going on in Ondo State, but not very happy one. A sad note to this, where the Ondo State Governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, has declared a 3-day mourning and prayer period to honor the passing of Secretary to the State Government, SSG Temitayo Oluwatuyi. The late SSG died on Saturday following complications from a road accident which occurred 2 weeks ago.
And now you just have to listen very closely and take this to heart, because the federal government on Sunday said it would activate surveillance measures for inbound passengers from China following the current surge of a respiratory virus. Now, reports indicate that the virus has led to overcrowded hospitals, emergency measures, and public concerns in China. I mean, I saw this on I would want to mention, the
Right,
platform now,
yeah.
but an international TV, channel. And indeed, it's very disturbing what I saw, pictures and videos of these overcrowded hospitals. And, what came to mind, was the fact that, must it always be China?
That's what I was just going to say to you right now,
And then
Omoife.
coming back to Nigeria, I think we've all relaxed on the health advisories,
Right.
that we were very heavy on
NCDC
in
and all.
2020.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm really, really very, very concerned. I'm not going to lie.
Huh.
Because aside the fact that the weather has been somewhat hazy and dusty,
Yep.
there is actually great need for us to always protect ourselves, whether or not COVID-19 has come and gone. There is great need for us to always wear our face mask, especially when you are in a very, very, crowded,
space, yeah.
Right. It's very good for you to wear your face mask and also ensure social distancing. How many of you still wash your hands? I mean, when you return home from work after a busy day.
I think we should give a bell to the management of Eagles FM. That one though, we have our,
hand sanitizer
we have it
right here in the studios.
It's never lacking.
That's just to
It's
tell you
right
that
here.
COVID or no COVID, we don't take health advisories
we don't take
for
it
granted.
for granted. And
Please
that's
say.
the thing. And another thing, of course, please, NCDC and federal government, Let's not be reactionary on this one now, please. Let's be proactive, please. Not until the thing has gotten into the. No, it won't come to the country. I'm just saying, please don't come, don't come,
don't come. We can't even afford,
we can't afford
to
it.
accommodate you.
Honestly, we're still battling the budget now. We cannot battle this one too.
My God.
No, please. But anyways, we should let you in on the fact that barring any last-minute change in plans, marketers and retailers of petroleum products will start lifting premium motor spirits petrol from Port Harcourt Refining Company this week. Lovely. The publicity secretary of the Petroleum Product Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Joseph Obele, disclosed this in an exclusive interview with our correspondent.
Let me ring the bell for that.
We should. That's not loud. Okay. I see why.
Thank you.
I see why.
Now, the People's Democratic Party has set its, sight on expanding its influence across Nigeria, vowing to secure more governorship positions and reclaim power at the national level in 2027. Now, this was the message from the PDP National Working Committee on Sunday during a visit to Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri at his country home in Sampo, Kolokuma, Okpokuma local government area.
That's right.
All right.
But let's still. Well, I don't know. That's weird now. That should be weird.
Number 7, but
yeah, I know.
Okay,
but
that's in Bayelsa.
Bayelsa State.
Right.
That's right. Doye Diri. Yes.
Doye Diri. You've been there before?
No, but I hope to be there.
You have something going on there?
Okay, now that's a trap. Rivers State High Court, sitting in Port Harcourt, has declared that the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, has the legal standing to transact businesses with the lawmakers that did not vacate their seat in the State House of Assembly. Now, this was as a court on December 20 dismissed the suit seeking to compel the governor of the state to represent the 800 billion naira 2024 budget of the state to the aggrieved 27 lawmakers of the State House of Assembly led by Martins Amoyele.
Well, aggrieved lawmakers. Aggrieved.
That's what a word.
Lawmakers.
Aggrieved.
Is there really any end in sight to the political crisis in Rivers State? I mean, I think last week, Monday, you were here alone, but I was actually monitoring the
Right,
show.
yeah.
A particular headline actually spoke to the bickering between the FCT minister and the former governor of Rivers State, how one actually picked the other from the gutters and made him who he is
and
today.
How the one who picked the one out of the gutter has the picture on his walls, even in his toilets. That's what it's crazy.
Could you please pick me from the gutters this morning?
No, please. You're not in the gutter. Please, you don't want to be there. But yeah, let's get you on this one now.
All right. The operatives of a National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have arrested an ex-convict, Eniola Sholade, for passport racketeering at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. The NDLEA spokesman Femi Babafemi disclosed this in a statement on Sunday in Abuja, and he said the suspect had earlier been arrested by operatives of the Tinkan Command, Lagos, in June 2024 for drug trafficking.
All right, then finally, now let's have you know the gunmen have killed the Katsina State Chairman of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association of Nigeria, Makban Alhaji Surajo, leader, and 2 others in Kusada local government area of the state. Now, the incident occurred on Saturday night when the gunmen invaded the Meirana community in Kusada local government area. Well, I don't know.
These gunmen are becoming too popular.
They're honestly too popular. Well, anyways, let's jump into the dailies already. But just before we do so, we should hand the numbers to you already, so that when the time comes for you to add your voice, you would not be found wanting in any ways.
All right, you can call us on 090-8766-8888 or 0907-353-0044. You can send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal on 0909-705-4450.
All right, it's going to be a fast read now. Daily Trust newspaper is what we are looking at right now. The big story: 2 trillion naira power projects stalled. All right, 2 trillion naira power projects stalled. Okay, I had to stall it so that you know it's stalled. You know that I really meant. Okay, it's got one writer to it now. Accountability, PPP, key to reform. Experts are saying that story begins on the front page, continued on page 4. And there's something about chicken sellers now. You'd find that one on page 13. Got sharp eyes. Chicken sellers now slash prices amidst low patronage.
Well, as expected, because the yield tide has actually come to an end. So for those of you who hiked, you know, the price of
Yes.
your chickens to 40 to 50,000,
Okay,
I hope you can actually,
bring it down now, please.
or you can just consume them.
Okay.
Yeah, white meat is actually good.
Okay, I'm waiting. That's. I'm not gonna go into that one now. I'll leave it there.
But this would be the best time to actually purchase, you know, as many chickens as you can.
I agree with you, though. I agree with you.
So when are we going to get some?
After the virus talk is over, new virus is hitting China now. Over 5,000 hospitalized in UK.
Very
right?
disturbing trend.
Very,
honestly.
very disturbing. I tell you, page 12 carries their story now. Taking you to page 4. Very popular bandit kill, Miyetti Alache. Kidnap wives, daughter. That's not very nice. Whack. Introduces receipt exams for candidates. All right, page 6. And then to page 8. Drug trafficking is the kicker now. Saudi Arabia releases 3 Nigerian women after 10 months in jail. And we see this one here on page 2. 4 killed, bank raised, and Delta tanker explosion. And finally now, tax reforms the kicker. Northern Elders. Katsima is an organization urge more consultations right there. All right, page what? Page 8.
I think. Oh.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually
8.
thought that was page 4.
That's 8.
Okay. Okay.
Sharp eyes working now.
All right, so looking at the Vanguard newspaper, it
Right.
leads with 2025 as the kicker, organized private sector chart economic growth plan, all right? And this comes with a truckload of riders underneath it.
gosh.
I'd actually beg you, Yudi, to help me out with this one.
Right, the writers now, Nasima Man, LCCI, make recommendations. That's one of the writers do it now as businesses brace for more challenges amid hope for brighter year ahead. Nasima seeks urgent reforms to address private sector challenges, says 2024 performance unsatisfactory. Another writer to it, major changes needed to stimulate growth. Man is saying that, in case you don't know what Man is, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, it is 2024 most challenging year for MSMEs, as Bond is saying that. And this one, private public sectors collaboration imperative, LCCI saying that. And finally, the last writer to that big story you just mentioned, Omoife, federal government pledges impactful 2025.
Indeed, our fingers are crossed. Let's see
That's
how
it.
impactful this year would be. But of course, you'll find details of our story on page 19 of the
Exactly.
Vanguard newspaper this morning. And then this one here says, address food insecurity, economic hardship. Now, Southern monarchs tell federal government. You find that word on page 11. Moving on to page 12, Fubara can transact business with 3 lawmakers. Court rules. So it's been conflicting, you know, court judgments, right? But anywho, you find details of that one on page 12. Moving back to page 5, 4 dead, scores injured, 2 banks raised as petrol tanker explodes at Agbo, somewhere in Delta State. And then this one here says single-use plastics. Enforcement on ban starts in 14 days. Lagos State government talking there. But don't you think this should be a general, you know, trend for us in Nigeria?
It should be.
As opposed to people using, you know, plastics and just, you know, just disposing them indiscriminately. Is there really anywhere you don't find plastics?
Well, there's no way you don't find plastics, but as you said it should be a general trend. But if we are to really operate in the way that we should operate as a federation, you know, country right there, where every state, you know, are supposed to stand, you know, somewhat independently, right, and contribute just a, you know, a quota to the central, every state has the right to make their laws. One state might say, okay, we don't want to talk about the, you know, rubber, plastic, and everything.
No,
Other
Yudi, but
states
this
can
has
run
to
that.
do with, this is somewhat linked to, you know, climate change
I know
awareness
that.
and also keeping our environment very clean. So we don't have to wait for states, you know, individually to come up with laws.
Okay, agreed.
Honestly,
Agreed
just
to
like
that.
when we come on here every morning to charge people to keep Abuja clean.
Right.
It's not just about Abuja as the nation's capital. Every part of the country should be kept clean. at all times.
Right. Well,
Now-
it gets back to it. Well, it goes back to what is the priority for every state? What are we doing as a people to?
Okay, I think I get your point now. I mean, for states that are
For states.
battling, struggling to
Yeah.
pay salaries.
Do you understand? What is their
you're talking
priority?
about plastics? Okay, Tinubu, that is a kicker. Mba doing everything possible to provide security, attract investors to Enugu. Okay.
Okay.
Of course, Tinubu actually paid a visit, to Enugu State,
That's
I guess,
right.
over the weekend.
Sure.
You get details of that story on page 48. And then vet doctors raise concern over dog attacks and death. Please beware of dogs. Any compound, any premises you see that's writing on the fence.
Beware of dogs.
Beware of dogs. Please beware, indeed.
Okay.
Because these dogs are actually on rampage. Details on
Wow.
page 9. Moving on to page 8. PDP will produce more governors in 2027. That's coming from the National Working Committee. Coming from a political party that has been faced with crisis.
Yeah.
In recent
I was almost
times,
saying that. I hope this is
the
not
house
a
is
pipe
somewhat
dream.
divided.
That's what I'm going to say. I hope it's not a pipe dream. But some of the persons who are very, very strong stalwarts of the PDP would say, this is indeed the truth, that 2027, PDP is shining out. But would the APC fold their arms and rest in their arms?
But haven't you noticed that politicians are the most optimistic set of people on earth, or maybe in this part of the world?
Well, they say a tree cannot make a forest, right? And the leaf cannot fall far from the tree in itself. And maybe that's because Nigerians are very optimistic too, as well. We are.
Well, we
optimistic
haven't reached
people.
90% completion. This is coming from Boa Refinery. Okay. It appears that Nigeria is going to be flooded, with refineries this year and even the years to come. But isn't that actually a good omen?
It's a good
It
thing.
is.
I mean,
It's a
we've
good
already
thing.
seen the competition going on between NNPC and Dangote, and now the Warri refinery is
But how
coming up front.
soon? How soon
Well,
will the
60%
price
completed.
of PMS
Well,
crash?
that's the point. Let's leave it to the process. We don't expect, GB will always say, you don't just expect that these things, it's not rocket science, just happen just like that. No, it will take a process, a period, right? The competitiveness should really, set in, and that's economics.
But those harsh policies usually don't take a very long time to impact us negatively. Anyway, no pun intended. I'll leave it there this morning for the Vanguard newspaper because of time.
That's right.
All right.
For want of time, let's just move away from that one now. And we'll try to take at least maybe 4 or 3 headlines that we've not mentioned from the other, dailies, right? That is still fresh. And this one we see now, the Guardian newspaper, the big story, fresh agitation trails states poor execution of new minimum wage, right? You should find that story. We're it's not indicated.
Okay, that wasn't specified,
Yeah, not indicated. But we see this one now. INEC denies plan to destroy 6 million unclaimed PVCs. Page 2 is carrying the story.
What
Oh,
is
they gave
going
me
on
the face.
here? What
Yes.
is going on? I recall very clearly, that should be the last week of December. That was actually a headline that trended across the national dailies, right? That INEC is actually gearing up to destroy uncollected or unclaimed PVCs.
Unclaimed.
Numbering 6 million. And somehow I just had to share my unsolicited, 2 cents on it. Look at the amount of monies that have been actually spent on, making sure that these PVCs are available. But at the end of the day, Nigerians didn't, go there to collect their PVCs. So destroying these PVCs, the implication will be that monies have been wasted, and it somehow says a lot about our attitude. But for INEC now to deny the plan to destroy, who is? Is it the media that is lying, or who?
This is where we always talk about transparency every time,
Right.
please. Okay, you know what? I don't want to dwell on that one, Amoefe, because time is not really on our side. But this one says, it's fresh. It says, Discos paid 137 billion naira to TCN amid persistent greed collapses. Right? And you should find that one on page 6. And this one is going to be the last one that I'll be bringing to you now. And it says, insurgencies, insecurity to end in 2025. CDS tells personnel. Is that you being optimistic, or is that you being sarcastic?
No,
Which one is it?
optimistic.
Optimistic.
I can't be
Okay, I'm
sarcastic.
just saying.
I'm just being optimistic. Well, the Punch newspaper leads with new virus as the kicker. Now, this is actually written in red and black on a white spread. It says federal government tightens monitoring to quarantine China passengers, and the right underneath it says experts demand proactive steps in new virus surges in China ravages our children. Details on page 2, just like you said. We have to be very proactive.
We have to be proactive.
Our
now.
Borders have to be well monitored.
Right.
You understand?
That's
to look at for those coming into the country and also exiting the country. It's very, very important. And then APC dismisses PDP's threat to unseat Oyebanji in 2026. Details on page 7. 5-year dead, banks burnt in Delta tanker explosion. Details on page 5. And then this one here on page 9 says Yuletide holidays, Lagos, Kano, Delta, other schools resume today.
That's right.
Skipped her mind.
School resume
We're supposed to
today.
say happy resumption.
That's right, happy resumption.
We wish our kids all the best as they resume today. But are the kids really happy?
Well, another thing is we just
are they excited about this resumption?
Hope we don't have the strike, that's been brewing all this while and being averted for one reason or the other and everything. So that these guys can just be in school, knowing fully well what education means to our dear country, Nigeria, and even the world, generally. But then, are they really happy to resume on my face? Are there still going to be, backpacks packed with food? Is there still going to be snacks?
Probably going to be empty, but not completely empty.
Okay.
All right. 18 policemen present when hoodlums attacked me, or should Monarch talking. Their details on pages 4 and 5. And I'll leave it there this morning for the Punch newspaper.
Okay, away from the Punch newspaper now to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. LND seeks South's backing to form national party. That's the big story, though. Page 22 carries that one. It's got one writer says new platform will be for Nigerians dissatisfied with APC and PDP. Which one is LND now?
LND.
Right, LND. All right, we'll find that out. We'll let you in on it. And this one says remittances from abroad shore up Naira. Boost exchange rates. Page 3 carries that story. Okay. How dirty December, in quotes, defied Nigeria's economic crisis. Page 24.
Why isn't that true?
Well, that's true, though. Page 24 carries the story. Let's go on right into it, though. Billions spent on parties, cars, hotels, concerts, fireworks, films. Dirty December. It was. Right. Page 6 now. Importer seeks quarterly exchange rate regime duty waiver to revive trade. And that one, let's take you to page 4 now. It says, onion farmers link price hike, scarcity to flood, climate change.
Oh, we've had enough, please. It's a new year.
That's right. Well, that will be all with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning.
Right. So, okay, we still have the Nation
Just
newspaper.
The Nation newspaper now.
It says battle rages in PDP NWC, talking about the party
you mentioned that early.
To take over key positions in
2027.
But of course, what God cannot do does not exist.
I believe
they say 2 riders underneath that one. The first one says the Magum excluded. Am I correct?
Excluded.
As court ordered.
Court-ordered secretary.
Okay.
Others visit governors.
All right.
The second rider to it. Party elders accuse Oborevori of romancing APC. Wow.
You did. That's my state governor's name. You tried to murder.
Oh, sorry, please. How do you pronounce it?
Oborevori.
Oborevori. Right? I got it this time?
You tried. You can manage that.
First of all, UD, I'm sorry. And then to you, too, in absentia, I'm sorry. Oborevori.
Right? Well, moving on to page 4. It says, I feel at home in Enugu, says Tinubu. Details on the front page. It continues right on page 4. And I love his outfit. You recall there was a time the former president Muhammadu Buhari visited one of these, eastern states, and he wore the Igbo people attire.
Did he really?
And some Nigerians, fashion critics, were all out, critiquing the president's, pants. Like, who actually made this pant for the president? Like, it wasn't really long enough.
Really, it wasn't long enough and all of that.
Honestly, the president showed
this one looks adorable. Actually,
honestly,
it really looks
he's
adorable.
actually a good-looking man. Honestly, if you ask me.
Little wonder he says, I cannot agree with you, Les Omoife. Well, for him to say that he feels at home in Enugu State, you can just go.
I'm
on
sure
the
he
front
got
page.
the warmest reception.
That's right.
From the people of Enugu State.
Get on the front page of the Nation newspaper. You will see what we're saying.
That's right.
There.
That's right. And then just go up a little bit.
Okay.
This one here says petrol tanker fire wreaks havoc in Delta. 2 feared dead. Buildings razed. And then filmmaker arrested for huge drug shipment. A wanted socialite also held. Details on page 6.
Yeah.
All right. And then okay, this one here, farmers blame onion scarcity, price hike on flooding and climate change. Details on page 3 of the Nation newspaper this morning. I think we just have to leave it there this morning.
All right, we'll leave it
People
there.
are probably itching.
That's right.
Calling to share their 2 cents.
Honestly, and we cannot really wait to hear your voices on this one. Keep in mind that your voice needs to be heard, and please, as you also give your 2 cents, make sure it's not you criticizing, but critiquing. By critiquing, it means that you are preferring some solution as you itemize the problems that may be there or the challenges, right? Okay, we'll just get straight into it. 0907 353 0044 or
0908 766 8888. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Omoife.
good morning to you, Abubakar.
Abdul?
My name is Abdul Kalu from Suleja, Niger State. Rudy, this issue of China again. We are just surviving from the coronavirus, and China is bringing another one. I will advise the Nigerian government to check all the China people that are coming to Nigeria properly before they enter the country. And the health minister should start preparing for the protection or the vaccine for this virus. That's what I have to say on that. On marketers lifting petroleum products from Port Harcourt refinery, it's a good one. As I normally say on this our platform, that if petroleum product is cheap, all the food items in the market will be also cheap. The food will come down because food item is very, very expensive now in the market. The petroleum tanker explosion. So my condolences to the victims that died. See, that's what we are saying. All these things is because of the bad road. Look at the SSG in Ondo State. The same thing. It was an accident. He got an accident about 2 weeks ago. You see, now he's dead. It's because of the bad road. So the federal government should do something about all our roads. God bless Kudu FM. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much.
That's right.
Thank
you so much, Abdul, for that one. Appreciate it. Taking yet another one now.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Yudi.
Good morning to you, please.
Good morning, the management of Eagle FM.
I appreciate that.
Listeners and callers. Felix from Lambert.
Felix! I was trying to find the name. Anyways, Felix, feels good. Feels good. Happy New Year to you, though. Yeah.
I'm also excited.
Right.
You and almost excited over the development. Yeah,
Right.
it's a positive one.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
you will bear with me last year. Sometime I stopped calling. The reason being that there were surprises coming up here and there from the government. So I decided to look at the direction before I make my comments further.
Understood.
And thank God, my fears are also being confirmed, and the developments are positive.
Okay.
One, talking about corruption, which has always been our problem, endemic. I don't like a situation where a global body, not a NGO in Nigeria, NGO in Africa, all over the world, organized crime and corruption project stuff, saying that our president is one of the most corrupt. No, it's not so. But the actions we are displaying is incoherent with our words when it comes to corruption. Corruption should be tackled frontally. It's bringing bad name to us. Imagine a global NGO classifying our president one of the most corrupt. It's an insult to us as a nation. So I am appealing to the federal government to start corruption frontally. If you will try, if you are asking for, if you are damning as a historical thing, or you need proof, yes, yesterday is an history, today is present. So whatever happened yesterday is historical. And if it's proof, the proofs are all over the place in UD. Imagine a police deputy superintendent retired, picking 1.7 million as a gratuity, while you pay 29 million monthly pay to a politician in the same country. 10 billion is used to build 3 houses for 3 politicians. Is it heaven they are building on earth? So issues of corruption are all over the place. I am pleading with the federal government, if we have to make headway, we need to tackle corruption frontally.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Felix,
so much,
right there.
Felix.
Appreciate for your thoughts on that one. Okay, let's go take this one.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to
Is
you.
this GB?
Happy New Year
Yes,
Same
please.
to you.
to the great team, the wonderful team.
All right, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
GB.
My
Your
name is GB.
Yeah, from Light
Light
Camp. Awesome. GB, let's have your thoughts.
Yes, number one about Isiagu that the president wore. If you don't know the president before, you would think he's original Igbo man. The look, everything. No. Yes, no. As you said, we are one Nigeria. Just that we are living in different house, we are one family in a neighboring house. We are living in different apartments.
Right.
So Nigeria, if this unit we are talking about, we can easily get it. Just to be able to, overlook some minors and let's elevate those things that unite us. Let's not apologize Nigeria that we always kind of magnify those things that disconnect us. We try to amplify it. That's why we think that we are one Nigeria. But if we play low on those things that divide us and emphasize on those things that unite, we see that Nigeria unity and all those things will be something that we don't need to struggle for because we are one Nigeria. So that brought us together.
Right.
And then this application at home is no more in Enugu. I disagree. I was in Enugu in September. The only people that move about are people who are going to school and maybe something. The banks, the financial institutions are still locked up. How do you have a good economy on that Monday when you cannot go to bank and withdraw money? You can only go to POS. You cannot move out of Enugu. All parks are locked. It's like you are locked. You can only move within your community. I don't think that's what is the way we can say no more sit at home.
Okay.
And some shops are not even opening in the fear of being attacked or that they are in support of the sit at home. So the government of the Southeast and Enugu should go beyond that rhetoric that they are no sit at home. This at home is still more effective in the Southeast on Monday. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you,
Thank you
GB,
so much,
for
GB.
that one. Appreciate it. Still taking your calls and your reaction right there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Okay, that is a miss. We're taking yet another one now.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Amofe. Good morning, Mr. UD.
Good morning to you. Is this UND?
Good morning. Happy
New Year to you.
Happy New Year. My name is UND.
All right,
All right,
awesome,
UND.
awesome.
May God bless you all.
That's
May
right.
God bless you
Where
all.
are you calling from?
Yeah,
Where are you calling
that's-
from? Where are you calling from?
This year, I don't want to lament.
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from? UND.
I'm calling you right here in Africa. I'm in Africa right now.
Awesome, awesome. Let's get your thoughts.
I just want to say that the INEC as a commission should try their best to make people to that we don't have the PVC, the permanent one to use to vote, to start it earlier. That is what the advice for me today.
Okay.
Thank you and God bless
All
you.
right,
All right,
very
thank
straight
you,
to the
UND.
point. All right, for those who do not have, please ensure that they get to have this PVCs rather than seek to destroy it. Even though INEC has come out again to saying, okay, we never said we're going to destroy any PVCs
No, but
and all of that.
I think Nigerians, we must also look inward. Let's be very, very realistic.
Right.
It's like a tradition. I mean, especially in this part of the world, when it comes to collection of certain things that we actually need to carry out certain, responsibilities, we always wait for the dying minute before we go get these things done. Even at the bank. Yes. if you're expected to go, get your BVN or do whatever it is, people would like to sit back, relax, and I'll go much later. It's too early. It's too early. And what have you.
I agree with you, Omoife, but then look at it from the other side of it. I mean, it's always a two-coin, pronged thingy. Because look, hey. Many a time we have come out, to wanting to collect these. Nigerians have shown interest, so much, resourcefulness in collection of some of these things, whether it's a BVN and all of that. And then we see stampedes. And then we see, the gen is not working. And then we see the workers like a disco attitude. And then we see, I'm so tired, I want to eat. And the person takes 5 hours. I mean, these things have been going down. I mean, during the corona, we still had Nigerian government asking Nigerians to come out and queue for a certain, I think it was also NIN or something at the tail end of it. That's what at the tail end of a coronavirus. So what is wrong with putting things in place to ensuring that these things even get delivered?
Is that also the reason why some Nigerians couldn't even link, their SIM cards to their NIN?
Please, shouldn't these processes be seamless?
I'm not trying
shouldn't
to
it
say
be seamless?
I'm not trying to say that the processes have been very, very, seamless. I mean, there are challenges here and there, but we should also try to strike a balance.
Well, I agree
as
with
opposed
you.
to pushing the
Strike
blame
a balance.
completely, on INEC. I think we also have a role to play.
Right. That's
if
true,
it is announced, today that come tomorrow, you must, come collect your PVC or what have you. Let's make, concerted efforts to just go there tomorrow. Go get your PVC. You don't have to wait till next week or next 2 weeks because you think there is time.
I agree with you. Can I paint you one more scenario?
No, don't.
Okay, let's go take this call now. Hello and good morning.
Good luck and my friend.
Yes, please. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Yes.
Okay.
Well, let's go take this call. Hello. Good morning. Oh, that's a miss. Anyways, though, keep the calls coming through. 0907-353-0044.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, man.
Yes,
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ranka, calling you from Abuja. Concerning the TV.
We didn't get your name. Sorry. Hello. What's your name, please?
Hello. Good morning, sir. My name is Ranka.
Rankat.
Yes, sir.
All right. Where in Abuja are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Jabi precisely.
All right.
Okay.
That's fine. Talk to us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, concerning the PVC stuff, whatever. Even the national ID card, I could remember vividly when they said they should go and collect, they should go and register the national ID card. People went through to do this thing. But when it comes to the permanent card collection, these people will tell you that, look, you are not done, you are not, the card is not ready, it's not ready. If they will have to delay you to the extent that it is only when they need your vote or they need your support, they will now come to you like the politicians and then tell you that, look, come and collect. After even telling you come to collect, you go and then they'll tell you that, no, we are sorry, we have posted this thing to this particular post, go there and collect it. People suffer for this particular thing, and then at the end of the day, they are still asking people to come and collect. Do you think people will be going out there to leave their own work that puts food on their table to now go to all these places to collect this card, and at the end of the day, they get disappointment, and then they'll have to come back, and then you keep telling them to go there? I think the Nigerians have to focus more on accountability. We are not being held accountable for what we do. That is why people just get away with so many things that happen. So I just want to solicit again on behalf of with the family. With the family of the.
Reinhardt. But thank you so much for calling.
Appreciate that
All
one though
right.
from you. Taking this one.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My line went off. What is my name?
Okay. Thank you for that, Okwi, but sorry. All right, we're still taking your calls and your reaction this morning. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and yes, we are looking to hear your 2 cents. Which of these headlines jumps at you, pops at you, tickles your fancy, or begs for your reaction this morning? Meanwhile, we should also engage with a Facebook page wall. You want to see us, how fascinating we look, how fabulous we look this morning, right? Courtesy of On My Face Clothing, right?
Don't say that.
Get
Yudi.
onto social media platforms, Facebook at Eagles FM Abuja, and on YouTube it is at Eagles FM Abuja. All right, but we see a couple of your messages via the Facebook page
Right.
wall. Let's just go take these ones already.
Okay, we have this one from
Savvy Boy, or
this
okay,
Facebook
this one?
usernames can be very, very funny.
Okay, Vincent and Benjay.
It says watching you live this morning. God bless you guys.
Oh, appreciate.
A happy New Year.
That's
but
right.
you didn't even disclose your location.
That's
we
right.
really, really are interested. We'd like to know where you're watching us from. All right, but thank you so much,
Thank you, Vincent.
And then we have this from Bobby
Vol.
Vol.
Lovely names.
Okay. Bobby Vol. Is that like volume or what? But he says, good morning, everyone. Happy New Year 2025.
That's right.
We wish
That's
you the
right.
very same, Bobby. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so much,
joining
Bobby.
us. And then this one, it's Miss Love.
Love, okay.
See what I'm saying about the Facebook
In
username?
Abuja, yeah.
It says, good morning to Eagles FM family.
Good
watching
morning to
from
you.
Suleja.
Yeah, good morning to you, Miss Love.
Miss Love.
All the way from Suleja. I think she
Right.
deserves a bell. You gave us your location. That feels good. Thank you. Yeah.
And we also have King
K.
Kennedy.
That's
yes.
right.
It says good morning to you all watching live in
Makurdi. Awesome.
Happy New Year to you all.
Awesome.
Happy New Year to you.
Awesome. He deserves a bell now. Thank you, King K. Happy New Year's to you too. But let's go see the WhatsApp portal and see what messages are there. Start off with this one now.
All right, Alhaji Gafaru Akbake
That's
from
right.
Dutsen
Alhaji.
Alhaji Abuja. Bafarawa crying that bandit Bello Turji is causing havoc in the northwest. Where was he when Islamic scholar Sheikh Abubakar Gumi was asking government, to compensate right?
Kidnappers, yeah.
Kidnappers in the bush during President Buhari's, administration. Had it been the government took action against them during that period, things wouldn't be like this. Our leaders from the north especially have turned, everything into politics. Tinubu's government should introduce capital punishment for kidnapping, armed robbers, and treasury looters. Alhaji Gafaro, thank you for that message.
And that goes back to something that Kwankwaso, said, as it yesterday, and that's something we'll be looking into this morning at 9 a.m. You best don't want to miss that one for anything else in the world. And we see this one now coming from Abbas, reporting from Dutse. Good morning, Sir UD and Madam Omoefe. Awesome. Good morning to you too,
Good
Abbas.
morning.
Says, my take on INEC and the PVC. INEC is not doing anything special at this time. One would have expected to be able to register and vote and collect their PVCs at the same time, at the point of registration, anytime and anywhere. Talk about electronic, processes there and using technology. Well, he says technology has gone beyond what INEC is still doing. If it's possible for people to collect their ATM cards, use it anywhere, then it should be very possible to do the same with collections of PVC. INEC is actually responsible for the delay and non-collections of PVC. This process has to be continuous and not to wait until election is fast approaching, then people start running up and down. That's what he puts it, and that's what he says. Abbas, thank you, far too kind.
This one here, Turkinbi Hundu says, good morning, Daniel.
Good morning
and
to you,
Ife.
Turkinbi.
In Nasarawa State. Delta State tanker fire. Kai, painful to see our people die in an, agonizing manner, right? And properties destroyed. This is not the first time in Delta we've heard, this sad incident. A woman who died in an inferno escaped earlier, however, forgot her phone, went to pick it up, but ended up being consumed by the fire. On the gunman who killed Mieti Allah chairman, it is unfortunate. Illegal weapons are in, many wrong hands. We expect the security agencies, to do more in going after these criminals. A baby who refused the mother from sleeping, the baby should not be allowed to sleep as well. Turkey Hundu, thank you so much.
Appreciate that
for
one from
message.
you. All right, Yudi, please speak and clean up like your brother from Rivers State. Oh, okay. The low budget Idi Amin of Uganda in Abuja.
You see when I told you to pick me up from the gutters? Yudi, please pick me up.
Oh, no, please. Chinonso from Suleja, thank you, far too kind, for that one, though. Okay, so let's just go see your voice notes now and take them as, quickly as we can. So that everybody will be heard, everybody will have, a good listening time right here and on here. Okay, so, beginning with this one now. Let's go. Okay, let's go.
Good morning, Eagles FM. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Omoefe. My name is Danny from Kurudu. It is good to have you back, my namesake. You see, I want to commend the federal government. They are doing a very wonderful job concerning our refineries.
Right.
Today, Warri refinery is working. I think it's a kudos to the federal government. But my worry today is about the price of goods and services. We are seeing AGO, PMS, the prices are coming down drastically, but it's not affecting the product in the market. I think this inflation sometimes is caused by it's maddening humanity. Most warehouses in Nigeria are hoarding food, and it's affecting the price of goods and services. Please, I want to advise the federal government of Nigeria. They are doing everything possible to see that this economic work, but there are some individuals that are holding food. They should introduce price control. They should bring that measure that we see that prices of goods and services should come down. Please. Thank you very much for this opportunity you are giving to us to air our view. God bless you.
Thank you,
God bless
Daniel.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel.
Right away from Daniel
Good
now.
morning, my brother Yudi and my sister Omefe.
Good morning.
My name is Solomon Langwell from Alagada.
All right.
My brother Yudi.
Yes, please.
We don't have lights for Alagada for about 3 days now, so I don't know what is going on with Nepal. I beg man, I help me ask them. I don't know what is going on.
Well,
They don't work, my brother and my sister.
thank you so much.
But I got a great.
Yeah, appreciate that one from
Thank
you,
you, Solomon.
Solomon. I think there was a publication, if I'm not mistaken, though, and that publication was from the AEDC, talking about certain places because of a relocation of a 33 kV DC airport feeder and 132 kV Kokwaba Apo transmission line towers along the outer southern expressway, and because of this, quite a number of places in Abuja would be affected. And I'm sure that your place, since it's close to the Dzuba Dede area, right? Yes, will be affected because Kubwa, some parts of Kubwa as well as Bazango in Kubwa is affected too as well. I mean, that's the much we can say. But Solomon understand. But yeah, bear with them because they actually put out a publication in that regard, right? But let's go see this one now. Selassie.
Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning to you.
The man with the golden voice, Omoefe. I just want to appreciate you and to greet you and to say Happy New Year once again. I want to say 1 trillion naira stole, 2 trillion naira power project money stole by who? We want to know who are the owner, who stole the money. And I want to talk about the Mieti Allah again, leaders killed by government in Katsina. We are urging the government to do the needful when you come to insecurity. Thank you for giving me the privilege once again. Nagode.
Thank you
very
far
much,
too kind,
Selassie.
Selassie. Oh, yeah, so much love to Omoefe right there. I mean, I'm glad that you're here, honestly. Again, I am so glad. And yes, to each and every one of you out there who's not been able to put your voice out, maybe as a result of being under the weather, we are saying that our hearts are with you and we wish you speedy recovery.
That's right.
Right. Well, this is the much that we can take right about now. Keep in mind that at the 9 o'clock hour, we'll be right back here, to take you on Eagles Outlook, where we
right.
talk politics and current affairs. Omoefe.
And the topic of discussion, for this morning is one that is very, very interesting and might also tickle your fancy.
Right.
You really do not want to miss out of the conversation because we're going to be having this conversation with a public policy expert who is right there in Sokoto State, especially for the fact that Kwankwaso, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso has come out to say that some northern, stakeholders, elites or leaders, if you like, are undermining democracy.
That's
So
right.
it actually speaks volumes. Undermining democracy in what sense? We know that there's been, this back and forth in recent times. On the front burner is the tax reform bills. We've
of course.
seen, very strong words coming from some northern leaders. Some on, if not, almost all northern leaders,
yeah.
saying that, look, you need to withdraw this bill immediately and, consult properly with the relevant stakeholders. And then for some people, they think that this would actually, be some sort of disadvantage to the northern part of the country. But at the end of the day, shouldn't, our policies meant to bring about some sort of, developmental strides for our nation be upheld, before regional sentiment? But now Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is saying that some stakeholders in the north are undermining, democracy. But we're going to be looking at this, critically, and also constructively, so we don't, blow things out of proportion.
That's right.
We encourage you to join us at that time so you can also share your 2 cents on this particular subject matter.
It is Eagles 102.3 FM, and Vic should be right here already to take you on sports on Eagles Wings. Good morning.
Good
Don't go
morning.
away.
Good morning.